It's time for all of us to reflect on this year, start to think about what we can do to dominate next year. I'm going to share a few thoughts of some things that I've been thinking about, and some things that are things that I've learned this year, some things I'm going to apply for next year. And I can promise you, you will want to keep listening to this video as I hang out in my backyard over my closed pool, 43 degrees, Springfield, day after Christmas. Okay, as I think about some things that I've learned specifically this year, a few things come to mind, by the way. Okay, first is I'm learning now. I thought big a year ago, and I'm telling you, I'm still not thinking big enough, right? That's the message. Okay, that's one of the several points I'm going to mention that you want to hear today, is that I can promise you, you're not thinking big enough. There's been moments in life where I thought I was thinking super big. I thought I was really pushing. I thought I was like thinking about some crazy stuff, but I can tell you, these last couple months have taught me that the old me wasn't thinking big enough, and I'm pretty sure that the future me will look back and say that this one, the me shooting the video right now, isn't thinking big enough either. Okay, so that's a valuable lesson for me. It should be a valuable lesson for you as you start to attack this next year. You start to go into next year, like how do we make sure that this next year is the best you ever had? Well, you got to think bigger. Okay, and that's probably not happening. Number one. Number two is that specifically I've gotten better this year at overcoming limiting beliefs and not letting things stand in my way, and the things that are holding me back from being a bigger, better version, bigger, better, badder, the 3 Bs, bigger, better, and badder version of me that I'm starting to take care of, and I'm starting to address. And there's some limiting beliefs that in the previous year that weren't as big of a problem for me this year. And as I shoot this video right now, I can tell you one of the things that really hold me back. Previously, the old me was worried about what everybody thinks. 1,000 people could jump on this video with negative hater comment stuff, and it would not bother me one freaking bit. Why? Because my heart's in the right place. Because I know I'm here to help an industry that needs it badly, and I know that I deeply care about your success, and I want to help you win. Okay. I even temporarily, as I got better at that specific thing, didn't want to get on video as much because I just had some gum surgery and my upper lip's been like, my face was swollen, my mouth was swollen, right? That's a limiting belief. It's still a little swollen. Still can't really smile as I normally would, right? But who cares? So maybe that's something that's holding you back from doing something big, as you care about what people think, right? Or you're not leveraging money to grow, or you're not investing in marketing, advertising, or you're not right. There's a lot of things that can get in the way that can make like a limiting belief may be that you are at your ceiling and you're the best version of you, or that you've hit the max amount of revenue or goal that you think you can do, or that you've capped out or tapped out or whatever. I can promise you that's not the case. That's a limiting belief that's holding you back. We all have this mental cap on our brain, and it's a ceiling of where we think we can go, where we know we can go. And I can promise you don't want to have that ceiling there. It's been there for me in the past. Every business we have is doubled this year, if not tripled, and we're nowhere near where we can be. And I've got some new crazy ideas coming up that are going to revolutionize the industry. Okay, so what are some of the limiting beliefs for you? What are some of the things you got to put in the past? What are some of the things you got to leave in the past? What are some of the things that you worry about or that hold you back, that are limiting you mentally from unlocking something? And how do you freaking lock that up and throw away the key and stop worrying about it? Okay, so some limiting beliefs for me. Another one is attention, right? I'm finally paying attention to how important attention is. Attention is the currency of everything we do nowadays, and I'm thinking bigger about and more aggressively, importantly, about attention, and how important attention is nowadays, and how I need to get after getting more attention, and how now that we have across all social media channels, email list, etc., over 100,000 whatever you want to call it, followers, subscribers, whatever. It helps everything you do that I can release a mentorship program and have hundreds of agents sign up and pay to spend time with us, because of all the legwork that we put in previously, and the fact that our values haven't changed over time. I think that's what happens to a lot of people is they start getting a little more attention, per se. It goes to their head, a little ego, and it starts to get in the way of and they start to change over time. You can see it, right? But the key is, as you get more attention and you start to help more people, and it becomes easier to help more people because you got more attention, is to keep your values the exact same. Don't change. It's not about you. Don't let your ego get in the way, because I can promise you, people will sense that. People will see that. I got one of the biggest compliments I've ever received the other day, and it's because I've really focused on not changing, and as long as your heart's in the right place, then the attention is going to be okay, right? So the question is, what type of attention do you have? What type of attention are you getting? And how serious are you about blowing up your attention? What is your intention in regards to attention? Okay, so for me, the attention piece is huge, and I'm more focused on the attention piece. Like, we've gained 10,000, I think like 10,000 new followers on Facebook, and also an additional 10,000 new subscribers on YouTube, all within the last probably 90 days-ish. Okay, so what's the attention piece for you? Okay, and as we start to add some other things of what I've specifically learned, is that you need a team around you to expand. That's the fourth thing I've learned this year, is that, and you need a team around you that is really good. You don't need to doubt your team members. You need your team members to be freaking stellar. You need to encourage your team members, and you need an amazing team around you to really go somewhere. And the team we have right now, as time of shooting this video, is the best it's ever been. Now, will it continue to get better? Will we continue to innovate and improve and learn, etc.? Yes. But I can tell you, an unbelievable team changes everything, right? Also, having an operations person that can really focus on holding everything intact and executing because an operations person is supposed to execute the game plan of a business. I don't worry as much as I used to. Okay, I'm still crazy attention to detail, spelling, links, like I catch freaking everything. But I don't worry as much as I used to, because we are executing as a team. Our multiple companies are executing like we've never executed before. So the question for you is, are you solopreneur in this? Are you doing it on your own? How big do you want to go? And I'm telling you, to expand, you need people. That's one thing, that's one lost art that our industry forgets about, is that to expand and to grow, I need people on my team, man. I need people that are behind me. I need people I can believe in, that I can trust in. And I can tell you, the more salespeople we have on our team that are, because we have multiple sales teams that are coachable, reliable, focused, hard work ethic, and that we fit in with the team really well, very positive, the more opportunity that creates for our companies. As long as we can keep them busy, and we can plug the right person, right, the right cord into the right outlet, if you will, the more revenue we can do, more people we can help. And so a sales team specifically, which is a gift of mine, is building a sales team, finding the right pieces, plugging in the right system, and then having the right structure in place to actually start to scale, right? All these S's. Start to scale is, we've got 5 on the CA sales team. We've had as many as 10 to 15 on the marketing team down there, maybe more at one point. You can also get too big and have some fat that you need to trim every now and then. So even though you want to love on people, and you want an amazing team and a big sales team, and you want to have the right people and the right system and process and everything else, it doesn't mean that you want to just allow people to float and sit around, right? That's not what I mean. It means you still got to hold people accountable. You got to demand excellence, results, etc. But it's amazing how much a team can actually start to help you grow everything that you are doing. And I think most people forget about how valuable a team is. All right, so as you start to go into next year, let's start to think about thinking bigger. What are you thinking big enough? How much bigger can you think? What are your limiting beliefs, right? What kind of attention pieces? Your team, your sales team, like, what are some of the things that you've learned this year that you're willing to share in comments below? Here's what I've learned. I can promise you, we're all going to continue to learn more and more every single day. That's the point. We can't learn enough. Cheers to a massive next year. The momentum starts now.